How is it going, everybody? You're watching Then About Tech, and I'm recording this video to tell you one simple thing. Don't buy an iPhone right now. That's right, that's not the best time to buy a new iPhone or a used iPhone or any iPhone if you're thinking about replacing yours or maybe buying your first iPhone. It's just not the best time. So, let me explain you what I'm talking about. Alright, so there's nothing wrong with the iPhone. I'm not saying the iPhone is a bad product or anything like that. As you can imagine, we all love iPhones, but it has to do with the time. Right now, on the recording of this video, we are on May 7th, 2024, which means that in about 4 months we will see a new iPhone, the iPhone 16 series. And this fact alone is the reason why I'm recording this video and why you shouldn't buy a new iPhone or a used iPhone right now. Simply because in just a few months we'll see the next generation of iPhones, and if you go ahead and buy a new iPhone right now, you will definitely regret it. And it doesn't matter if you're thinking about buying a Pro iPhone or an entry-level iPhone, if you're thinking about buying a 15 Pro Max, which is the latest phone right now, or maybe an iPhone 12, in every single scenario, buying an iPhone right now will be a bad investment for you. Let me explain you in detail. Alright, so let's think about scenario number 1. You want to buy a Pro iPhone, maybe an iPhone 15 Pro Max, the latest and greatest, maybe an iPhone 15 Pro or a 14 Pro or a 13 Pro. If you are one of those buyers, then it's definitely a wrong move to go ahead and buy one of those phones right now, simply because, again, in 4 months, Apple will release the 16 series. So if you want to get the latest and greatest from Apple, if you want to get a great new phone with top of the line specs and everything like that, then it's a good idea to wait. Just wait a little bit more, because maybe depending on how the iPhone 16 comes out, depending on its features and everything that's new, you're gonna regret it because you have just spent some money right now, and in just a few months, your iPhone is gonna be outdated. At least one more generation outdated. You may miss a few features. You may miss everything new in iOS 18 and AI, and I'm going to talk about that in a second. So it's not a good idea if you are a Pro user, you want to buy a Pro iPhone, a new iPhone, to spend money right now if you can wait just a few more months and see how the iPhone 16 actually looks like and what it will deliver. And if for some reason you actually don't like the iPhone 16, if you think the iPhone 16 is just like the iPhone 15 and 14, it's more of the same, then it's great for you because you'll be able to buy the 15 Pro or the 14 Pro and so on for a reduced price with a discount, because those phones will be one generation older. So we're gonna wait 4 months and get great discounts on those phones. And the same goes if you want to buy an iPhone 15 or 14 or 12, an entry-level baseline iPhones. The same applies here. If you wait just a few months, as soon as the iPhone 16 comes out, those older generation iPhones, they will have a discount. They'll go down, they'll be cheaper on every single store, on Apple Store, on Amazon, everywhere. You will be able to get them at a great discount if you just wait a few months. And then you may be thinking right now, yeah, like I'm gonna get a discount, but at the same time, I'm gonna sell my current phone. So let's say I have an iPhone 11. I'm gonna sell it to get an iPhone 14 or 15, for example. So my iPhone 11 is gonna go down as well. It's gonna lose value. Not really, because older iPhones, like for example an iPhone 11 or 12, they have already lost most of its value. It's like on a car, for example. After a couple years, they already lose most of their value, when in comparison, newer iPhones, they lose much more value, because just think about it. Right now, the iPhone 15 series is the latest one. In 4 months, it's gonna be old. Like, you got the idea, right? It's gonna be one generation older. So then the iPhone 15, the iPhone 14, the newer generations, they're gonna drop in value much more than the iPhone 11, which has already depreciated. So then it's always a good idea to wait. Regardless if you want to buy a Pro iPhone or an entry-level iPhone, waiting for a new iPhone when we are so close, just a few months, is definitely the best idea. And on top of that, to make this argument even more important, we have to think about iOS 18. That's right, iOS 18 is coming up in 1 month in WWDC. At least it will be revealed to the public, right? And we'll have the first beta in just 1 month in June the 10th. And with iOS 18, we all know we're going to have many new features regarding AI. It's going to be a pretty important evolution in iOS, especially because of AI. So it's very important to wait and see how iOS 18 is actually going to be, what features it's going to have, what Apple is actually holding back, because maybe the best features in iOS 18 will be exclusive to the iPhone 16. So then it's another big argument. If you want to buy an iPhone 15 right now, maybe you should wait, because all of the great new features in iOS 18 may not be compatible with the iPhone that you're buying. So then wait 4 months, wait for iOS 18, and then wait for the iPhone 16, and then you're going to have the best financial decision when you're talking about buying a phone, right? So that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you in the next videos, guys. Bye-bye.